Welcome back, YouTube. PPS back here. It is the 11th of March. It is the Saturday of conference tournament weekend. It is very, very exciting time to continue to put out plays for you guys here. So YouTube has stayed hot over here. Past the prop, unfortunately, we got the reverse sweep yesterday. But in terms of our YouTube play of the days, we keep track of the past the prop ones separate, obviously. So, yeah, we had a pretty good day. Obviously, Utah State came through. I said this from the beginning. I took the full game because I didn't trust the first half. And Boise has been coming out hot lately. Those refs last night, honestly, I don't think I should see another one of them in a game again. I've never seen more foul calls in my life. I had to go to bed. I planned to stay up for the whole game. I had to go to bed because that game was so damn slow because of all these fouls. Like it was ridiculous. Luckily, Utah State comes out ahead. If you guys were live betting that one, you cashed in pretty big because Boise took a decent lead. But Utah State's not going to be missing open threes forever. They were getting good looks in the first half, just weren't making them. And then obviously blew them out in the second half total there. Ended up winning by 10. So, yeah, a nice winner there. Continuing our trek, right? We're trying to get to double digits, and we're slowly but surely getting there, right? We're at 4.41 units on the season here. For college basketball, and I got two plays again today for you. So yeah, let's get right into it. I will go into a pretty. I know Toledo on this big number really scared us a little bit, but Tulane, Memphis, man, this is going to be an absolute train, just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This is going to be nuts. Toledo, as of right now, ranked second in the country. Memphis 17th in terms of pace. Memphis 36th. In adjusted offense on KenPom. You go over to Tulane, they're 75th. And there's just so much going on in this game. Let's just look at the last two matchups this season. They went over the total, and it was sitting at 163, and it was sitting at 153. In the 153.5, the books got absolutely destroyed. They ended up going in regulation 31 points over the total. Over the expected total. Then they raised it 8 points, thinking that would be enough. The game ends up going over by 16 points. These teams play at a ridiculous pace. Obviously, they have studs on both sides. Just looking at the Tulane side, we've backed them a few times here. They have Jalen Cook getting 20. We got Forbes at 19, and then Cross at 15. Those are going to be the three guys that we're really going to have pop off here today. And seeing them play heavy minutes, especially now since it's in that tournament time here. So I like having those three high-end scorers. Obviously, Memphis is tough defensively in terms of like their metrics. But in a pace like this, you have a little bit more room for error. But DeAndre Williams has been fantastic. 17.5 and 8 right now. He's been great. Kendrick Davis is at 21 points per game. These games have just been, like I said, they're games that you just want to watch as a college basketball fan. And obviously when we look at these older games or look at the past games, right? The last one was overtime, 90-89. Davis had 26. Cook had 25. Big guys showing out in those games. We also saw Cross with 22, Forbes with 18. You guys have had pretty good success. You're not seeing any of these big three coming off the floor. Williams ended up with 19 and 17 in that game to go along with the 25 from going off the 25 from Davis as well, or 26 from Davis. So I can't get away from this pace. I'm going to go and bring you guys into a little bit more of like the trend betting here. We're seeing the Green Wave 5-1 to the over in their last 6 games, 4-0 over their last 4 against teams with a winning record. You go over to Memphis, 4-0 in their last 4 against teams with a winning record. These numbers are just nuts. We're seeing Tulane on the season 19-11 to the over, 18-14 to Memphis, but I think that's because their defense is actually good and Tulane's isn't, right? And they're getting pretty high totals because of the pace, but Tulane is going to continue to just run and gun here. We look at offensively, 79.5 points per game for Memphis, 81 for Tulane, both top 25 in the country. Both defenses in the bottom 250 in terms of points allowed. Memphis at 73, Tulane at 76.5. I think that there's a lot of points to go around. I love Tulane's free throw shooting. They are a top 10 free throw shooting team. Again, do you guys have you notice here that that's a trend in a lot of these games I'm backing because I need those points at the end. If Memphis starts fouling, if Memphis is down in this game, Tulane's going to the line and they're going to put that in the bucket, right? That is huge. That is why Utah State is such a fun bet to back because those guys do not miss free throws ever. Boise was missing free throws and they were just kept falling further and further behind because of it. So absolutely love this spot. You're going to see some really, really good basketball here. Some good big-time players that we might see at the next level as well here. So Tulane, Memphis over 161.5. All right, guys. If you guys could, 5 minutes and hit that like button. I appreciate it. And hopefully another 1.5 unit play can come through for you guys. Like I said, we're on a 3-game win streak. We're going for 5-0. And I'm going to the Musketeers, baby. I'm rolling with the Musketeers today. I know I posted Creighton on Pass the Prop, and Creighton just did absolutely nothing. And they really should have, right? There was open opportunities. Kalkbrenner had to run everything through him. And as a 7-footer facing off against a guy like Fremantle, it's just not going to be that easy, right? Again, I'll reiterate this because I didn't do it on the show before, but we have so many scorers on the Xavier team, right? 17 points for Baum. Jones is at 15.5. Fremantle's at 15. Nunji at 14.5. Kunkel at 10.5. There is so many options here to go at. And this is me. I might be a little biased, but I'm fading Marquette, even in the tournament, probably second, third round. I just don't like the boneheaded mistakes you see at the end of these games. So many fouls. It's just you can't play that aggressively against this team. And I'm looking here, and everything that we're looking at that Marquette struggles with, we're looking at the Xavier side, and they're fantastic at it, right? We look over here. Let's look at three-point shooting, right? 304th in the country Marquette is against defending the three, 36% allowed. Xavier is 5th in the country in three-point shooting at 40%, right? Defensive rebounding, Marquette, right? They're 263rd ranked in defensive rebounding. Guess what? Top 35. We got 35th in the country at 35 rebounds right there for Xavier, right? We go to the 2-point shooting, right? Field goal percentage, 45.4% allowed for Marquette. Xavier, 50%. That's 3rd in the country, right? And then we look at just their numbers here overall. Marquette averages 71 points allowed per game. Xavier at 82. So I get it. I know Marquette, if you look at metrics and numbers like that, they're pretty good defensively, but they're going to run, right? They're going to be at a decent pace here for Xavier. Obviously, Xavier is going to be the faster team of the two, but Marquette right now, they got a good offense, adjusted offense of 6th in the country, 63rd defensively, but I can't get away from Xavier, dude. They're the 3rd best offense in adjusted numbers. They're 34th in pace. They have 5 separate scorers that can get this job done, and I just really like that we have the ability to stretch the floor. We have the ability to score inside. The inside presence of Marquette is not there. We saw Soriano grab like 14 boards in that game. We saw so many open threes, and St. John's just started missing them in the second half. Open ones, right? They weren't contested threes. They were open threes. They attacked the ball, but on those swings, they are getting wide open looks. St. John's should have won that basketball game. I had them plus 8.5, and I think that was a dumb line. I would take Marquette to lose this game as well. I just can't trust their bigs. I can't trust these guys not to foul, right? And it's just you can't watch these games when it comes down to it in March. Teams that can't hit free throws and keep putting people on the line, right? Marquette is bottom 120. So the 200th in the country here in free throw percentage at 71%, right? There's just so many things I just can't go with Marquette. I can't roll with them here, but I think that the pace will be able to let Xavier score. We might see a Xavier choke at the end. We might see Marquette come through with it at the end, but I think no matter what, we're going to see points from the Xavier side. I just think they're way too efficient, have too many options for this Marquette team to slow down. So I'm playing 1.5 unit spot on that. That is my biggest one so far of the day. I have so much action. It's going to be crazy today. Going into UFC starting at 2:00 as well. This is Xavier on FanDuel. I would definitely switch over to DraftKings here for that. You can come over here as well I was looking at the Tulane spot here. So Tulane minus 110 here. And then we go over to Xavier and we'll find it over there. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of action. Obviously, got already most of my VIP stuff out for this morning. So going to be a fun day just watching all of the bets, watching all of the plays for today. And I'm really, really excited. So 153 juice to the over, but we're going to be going into the team props here and attacking the Xavier team total at 106 there. So I think that's a ton of value. I think that it should be straight up pick 'em. I don't think that Marquette should be a favorite at all. Just think Marquette was a dog last night. So, and I would take Xavier over UConn. So I love these two spots. Again, if you guys do appreciate the content, please hit that like button. I thank you guys a lot for that. 3 straight winners on the show. Let's get 2 more. So have a good one, guys. Best of luck, and drop a like if you're tailing.